So the New York Times has its goofy on occasion Paul Krugman. There's competition with the Washington Post EJ Dionne. Dionne says some dumb things, and now it might be higher level than Krugman with this latest. The op-ed from early December, the court's pro-gun, pro-life problem. Now that's their headline, so possibly EJ Dionne did not say it that way. But whoever approved this is making 3 errors in one headline. I will explain. There's no such thing as pro-gun. There might be pro-gun control or pro-liberties with firearms, okay? But it is pro-human no matter what. Nobody says, well, except maybe Alec Baldwin's attorney, that guns fire themselves. People fire guns. And those of us who are pro-gun rights are pro-safety. They recognize that the best protection against a marauder with a knife, against drunken thugs, is often a good guy with a gun. Whether that person holds it themselves or is protecting others in the area, that's what often stops mayhem. And even more often, deters mayhem in the first place. Because even some inebriated people recognize that brandishing a gun, ooh, I don't want to mess with that. That's good for vulnerable people. That's very good for women who might not have protection against rapists. That is excellent for people who don't want to be using their fists or knives to protect themselves and want to go about things peaceably. That, Mr. Dionne, is why we conservatives are pro-gun. As for pro-life, everyone's pro-life. Conservatives happen to think that the life of an innocent baby is more important than the absolute do anything that doctors who want to make abortions believe in. And I'm not even sure if they believe in it. They might be in it for the money. These doctors, egged on by a media attitude that, oh, a baby can be terminated. It's just another procedure. I think they commit malpractice. They certainly violate their oath. The women who consent to this procedure, I don't hold in such a high level of blame. Because for 50 years, our society has been told, oh, that creature in your body, it's just a cyst. You could remove it. Okay, it's like a tooth getting removed. All right, when that's what you're convinced of, then it is hard to put that woman on such a morally culpable ground. I put the doctor on that very high ground. And yes, many conservatives like me believe in prosecuting such doctors. We wish there were laws that would allow this. Now, as for this combination, pro-gun, pro-life, so it's being conjoined for no good reason. Both happen to end up in some death, okay? But he's got to realize that the killing of a baby is innocent. The killing of a would-be murderer, rapist, thug is justified. It's a big difference. I do think EJ Dionne knows the answer to this rhetorical question of his. Please tell me, what can the words pro-life possibly mean when the same people who want to constrain abortion are eager to make it easier for Americans to obtain and carry deadly weapons? It's so that we can protect against mayhem. We want good people to obtain weapons that deter violence. And bad people are going to find their way to the 300+ million guns that are in the United States in the first place. We need a defense force, and the police can't always be the defense force. They can't always be there, and you wouldn't want them always omnipresent. Dionne continues, How is it pro-life for a nation to accept school shootings as a routine part of our daily news feeds? We don't accept it, damn it. And if anything, it is liberals who acquiesce to lenient sentences when somebody goes bad. It is liberal judges who are giving people time out on the streets before you come back and see me in your court. In the meantime, they do malfeasance. It is liberal prosecutors who are not putting people away for the highest level of crime. Sometimes they don't prosecute at all. That's not conservatives. That's your guys. You really want to be pro-life and keep wanton killings down? Keep the jails open and make sure that wrongdoers do their time. I'm Mark Stewart.